We are Legion.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. It's Tuesday, so that means it's new comic book day for me. And it also means I'm off from work. Those things add up to a middle of the day live stream. So before we start BSing about who knows what, let's go ahead and check this out. Alrighty, thanks everybody for stopping by. We got a couple people in the chat already. And I do want to remind those people that are in the chat, if you haven't already, please be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. The giveaway is tomorrow, the live giveaway, and I'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But if you haven't entered already, you still have time, so that's good news. How is it going, Ryan? What is happening? How is it going, Ryan?
Good.
I didn't know if you were muted.
No, I was trying to get the chat up so I could interact with that, and then it started playing the video, and I was back and forth getting all thrown off.
Yeah, it happens, man. Let's say hey to the people that are here real quick. We have Kenneth Bird already in the chat. What is going on, man? How are you? We have the comic burrito here. We have Dale of Suspense. What is up, man? We got Jonathan Michael in the chat as well. Appreciate all y'all stopping by already. What is up, Flash by Night? Old Ryan forgot where he was. Yes, Ryan did. It's been an interesting day.
Yeah.
Where he was. Yes, Ryan did. Just somehow turn the volume up. So have you read anything that came out today yet?
I have not.
Neither
read
have I.
anything today yet.
But I did pick up some cool stuff already. And I'm definitely feeling the effects of the DC slimming down their release titles. Like, I didn't know how bad that would hit me, but it's hitting me pretty hard. What is going on, Austin? I appreciate that. Joseph, how are you doing this afternoon? But just going to go through the ones I picked up real quick. I did get Superman number 29 and that awesome wraparound cover. Like this one, this one looks a lot better than the Batman one did. I don't know if it's the colors or the actual art on it, but some of the faces on the Batman one were just really, really bad. Like the Joker had like no bottom half of his face. It was weird. But yeah, this one looks really good.
I like the is that Lex Luthor and Brainiac kind of juxtaposed. Yeah,
I just noticed that too. So I'm a real big fan of gimmick covers. I love them. I normally go for them every time.
Yeah, I was actually just looking through my list for next week as well, and same thing. Like it's real slim pickings.
It is, and I am excited for the slim pickings next week because I'm getting a lot of variants. Not like store exclusives or nothing, but those Zack Snyder's Justice League 3 different covers are coming out. And they didn't spread them out across different titles. They're all just on the Justice League title. So I'll be getting a lot of copies of next week's Justice League. Like four copies. So I want the wraparound cover that'll be the one that I end up reading, and then the 3 Snyder cut ones. But
can't wait to hear what you think of that Superman. I don't know if I'll read it, but I'm definitely interested to find out how it goes.
I'm scared, to be honest with you. Because I'm being serious. I want it to be good. I want it to be engaging.
Yeah.
And who knows what they're going to do with him? You know, it isn't like they really go out of their way to do great things with him. But I think that we have some of the Future State people on here: Johnson, Lewis, Hi-Fi.
Yeah, it's got Philip Kennedy Johnson, right? He wrote the Worlds of War.
So that was actually done really well, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard him on Capes on the Couch podcast, and he definitely has a lot of interesting ideas. So
Well, I hope they get into it. That'll
yeah,
be the
he said he's really trying to write his thesis statement on like who Superman is and what he is, you know. So let's hope that he can live up to the ambition.
well. I hope it hits, and we do have next week. The Superman Red and Blue book is coming out, which is like the Superman equivalent of this week's Batman Urban Legends. DC's hitting us with those anthologies. So this has got like just a slew of writers and artists on it, hitting us with stories about Batman, Red Hood, Grifter, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and the Outsiders. So a little bit of everything for everybody Batman fan in there. I'm looking forward to that one. What is up, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Here from Small Town Collectibles.
Do
How are
you know
you doing,
what
buddy?
all's in there?
Yeah, the ones that I just said.
I wasn't listening.
I know. You said
I'm sorry. I was looking at Tyler's comment.
It was Red Hood, which there's also a
Hood.
variant cover with Red Hood. There's a Grifter who also had a cover, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and the Outsiders. So I could do without the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy just because I don't think anything's going to top the animated show, and everything else just seems like a stretch to find that magic. But I'm excited for the Red Hood, Grifter, and the Outsiders, especially after
Grifter's
Future
been really
State.
good lately. Yeah.
Dude, the Outsiders, man, I'm pumped for that after the Future State ones. Like,
Yeah, that one too.
But I do like the idea.
They had
of,
some.
doing
They had
this.
some really bad backup stories in Future State for the Batman stuff, you know. But they also had like some really good ones, you know.
Yeah, people. Those increased prices during Future State was a. I don't, man. It is what it is. But I'm not really seeing
That's
the
another
increased
good point.
prices. Yeah, I'm not really seeing the increased prices now that we're out of Future State. Really, like this Superman book. This is the. This is like the cover B. I don't know if there's a price difference between that, but it's $4.99, and this one is a slightly bigger book. It's not as big as what they're doing with Future State with those backups, but Batman Urban Legends was not cheap. This one was $7.99, but it's also a square bound book.
What I will say on the Outsiders in an anthology, who is this? Flash by Night, his comment.
Yeah.
My thing on that is we have a problem where DC is looking at sales. And they're saying anything that we put Batman or Joker on the cover sells because all of your spec buyers are going in and buying 3 to 5 copies of it, you know? So I really like the idea of this anthology because stuff like the Outsiders, they can really focus their attention on like Twitter and social media and see how people react to these shorter stories and say, okay, people like this, let's turn that into something instead of just constantly throwing new books at us that nobody picks up because there's no hype or excitement for it because everybody's like, I don't know, maybe I'll check it out. But if you can grab an anthology and they start paying attention to what people are saying on social media instead of strictly how it's selling, I think then we'll start to see some really great written stuff come out of these other characters.
And kind of to go off that and build on it, that's kind of what I was talking about with the Robin backup story in Batman 106. Like you're going to get more of that backup story in Detective. It's an add-on to a book a lot of people are picking up with a very small price difference, but it's enough to possibly build some momentum and get people interested because he is getting a book in the not distant future here. So they're just trying to actually get some interest in it before they throw something on the shelf that no one's going to pick up without being primed to pick it up. And
yeah, because I think people
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I think people are wisening up to this like hype about a book that you don't really know anything about, you know? Like they're coming out with the number 1 for 2 months somebody's going to be on every like podcast and YouTube channel and talk show like talking up their book but you're still going in and buying, you know, without knowing anything other than what they've just told you about their own writing, you know? And so I think it'll be great to be able to like kind of sprinkle in some breadcrumbs and really give you enough to know what you're getting into with that number 1 and not feel like you're just jumping into the deep end of the pool out of nowhere, you know?
I can't agree with you more. I'm trying to agree with you more, but I can't because that's how much I agree with you already. So yes, Tyler, I'm very, very excited that you finally finished that. I'm probably going to private message you and talk all about it with you. I'm excited to hear what you think about it. Because
Yes.
that book has been like just amazing. My LCS owner read it. It blew him away. He actually passed it on to one of his friends. He took that as well as Seven Secrets 1 through 6 and passed it on to one of the most critical readers and viewers of movies that he knows, because he's like, yeah, well, let's see how this goes. Let's hand it to this guy. He ain't going to be expecting it either. Jimmy said, I'm the same way about Superman book. I'm looking forward to it, the new writers, and hope it's good. Yes, I'm very, very hopeful, but I'm trying to keep that restrained. And then again, I wasn't brokenhearted about the Bendis run. I really wasn't. And to be 100% honest with you, I think most of the people that complain about Bendis don't read Bendis. They're just kind of jumping on like an anti-hype train.
There's a big bandwagon about Bendis,
Yeah.
Like an anti-Bendis bandwagon,
Anti-Bendis
we're like, he talks
bandwagon.
too much.
What is going on, Flash 6792? How are you doing? I know he's pumped because next week is his week when the Flash hits shelves again.
762? What's
that? The issue number?
Yeah. I just had it pulled up, but
yeah, I have it right here.
It's 7-something-2.
It is Flash 768.
Oh, 768. Wow, I was really off.
Yeah. There. I think the 762 might have been the end of the Williamson run.
Oh, yeah. That was probably the last good one.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for, I guess, kind of like you're talking about with Superman. Like, I'm really excited and hyped for the new Flash in hopes that it's going to be good and that the new writers go in the right direction and not whatever that crap was in December.
What was Matt Rosenberg? What was he writing?
I know he wrote Hawkeye Freefall. And he wrote something right before that, too, that was pretty popular. He's a good writer, though. He's got a pretty decent list of titles.
Flash by Night, did you read the Outsiders part of Future State that they did with the backup? It was one of the backup stories, but it was one of the better ones. And, man, it was
really good.
There's this amazing 2-page splash as well where you Katana's about to go into this building and you turn the page and it's her going through the whole building and you're just like,
yeah, you're ready for her to kick in a door and then you flip the page and she just like cleans out the whole building.
Whole building on one page splash. What is going on, Slim?
Grifter,
Ruben loves Bendis.
Yeah.
There we go. Like you're not the only one,
Nice.
Ruben. I don't think he's like I think he's flawless by any means, but yeah, and see,
I read Legion of Superheroes. He's far from flawless.
Yeah. Now, but how odd is this that people that are reading Superman, like obviously Ruben is, Small Town Collectibles, I know, is a Superman fan. So the people that are reading it, we're not let down by it. It's really just like you said, that anti-hype train. Mm-hmm. For some reason, that he's just got stuff attached to his name that people just want to bash. But he's moving over to Justice League now, and that kicks next week, and we'll see. I hope that people just don't bring that built-in hate when they're going over there.
Yeah, wasn't Alchemy a new character?
Alchemy. From Outsiders?
I guess. It was the next comment.
Oh, okay.
Flash by Night.
I didn't mind the little Alchemy holdover story. It was my first time meeting the character. I guess that was the person that Katana was fighting. And I don't remember that person's name with the enhanced limbs and stuff. I don't know. What is going on, Pocan Joe? Dude, it's been
Matthew Rosenberg wrote Grifter. That's what they're saying. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I knew he had wrote Hawkeye and something else, though.
Pocan Joe there, along with 2 of his buds, do a Friday night at 10 o'clock show called Blasting and Stashing Comics. It's one of my favorite shows to watch. And for the past 2 weeks, just Life with Kids just has not permitted it. It's broke my heart. But it's a hilarious show. It is so funny. What is going on, Dan? Like Ruben said, haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate. That's true. Facts.
Burke's talking to you on that one.
Hey, yeah, Steve made
do it for him, Ryan. Do it for him.
I don't know how I started this. I really don't.
Thank you so much, Steve. Yeah, I think it's that
the Flash story.
I was hanging out with Steve on his channel for a little while last night. He was doing a little live thing, unboxing, and I logged on with him at 546 subscribers, and I mentioned I would like my goal was maybe to hit 550 before the giveaway was over, and I woke up to 552 this morning, and it dropped down to 551 shortly after. That happens all the time. Like it's always like this, just slowly going up.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of the beast. I may or may not be in the video when I post a future state review.
Something tells me it will.
Yeah. What
It's
is?
gonna be the post-credit stinger.
Yeah. Dude, I hope to God that makes the cut. Just like do an after credits thing just for the people that stay to the very, very end. Man, that's hilarious. Got to get the rest of
Did
my
you
haul
grab that
tomorrow.
Joker?
Me? Did I grab the Joker?
Yes.
I'm excited about the Joker. I enjoy the Joker. I understand the oversaturation in the market and people like maybe using him to an excess to guarantee sales, but for somebody like me, who he's like tied for my favorite villain of all time alongside Darkseid, you know what I mean? But yeah, I got the Joker. I sure did.
That
And
was a
I
very
didn't.
Dustin-like lead-in of you.
You like that? And of course I have the John Jang variant that I pre-ordered. Forget what store it was at, but I also got lucky and got that Frederici 1 in 25. Look at that bit of gorgeousness.
Ooh, that's
That's a
pretty
pretty
cool.
book. That is a pretty book. That is just classy.
You'll have to tell me how that one is.
I will. I'll honestly let you know if I think you'll enjoy it. The artwork on it is fantastic.
No doubt. I mean, that's one thing that DC's really got going for them right now is
Got at least
their
one
artwork.
good page in it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Swamp
That
Thing
is worth buying the whole book for.
Yeah, the Swamp Thing ad.
Yeah, DC's had some fantastic. I mean, Marvel and DC both with what's his name, Nick Klein, killing it over there. And who does? That's not who's doing King in Black, also, right?
The art on King in Black is
Yeah,
Ryan Stegman.
Stegman. There we go. Like those two are fantastic artists. And then over here on DC side, we got what's his name, Jimenez or whatever on Batman. Incredible.
Jorge Jimenez.
Jorge. You know, so like there's some fantastic art in the big two right now, but their writing is so all over the place right now.
Yeah. I like how everyone's kind of their small interpretation of his injuries that he sustained in the Joker War. Like in the cover A, he just has his eyes still stapled. Like there's just simple staples across his eye. In this one, he's got staples on his cheek. You look at the John Jang one, he's just got a just mangled face. Ruben said, Mark, have an okay with your name on it. Email me at Ruby Scuba. Are you for Scuba?
Scuba Steve.
No, dude. No, that's from Along Came Polly with Ben Stiller. Are you for Scuba? When Hank Azaria, all right, Ben Stiller gets married in the opening scene and they go on their honeymoon. And they go to some tropical place, people with accents. And this guy named Claude comes walking up on the beach while they're laying there planning buying a house. And he goes, hey, hello, how's it going? And they turn around and look, and he's stark raving naked, standing over Ben Stiller's new wife. And her jaw just drops. She's like, tell me, are you for scuba? And he takes him out scuba diving. Ben Stiller stays back to have a nice dinner. He ends up plowing Ben Stiller's wife. And that's how the movie starts. Great story. I'm glad I could share that. It's one of my all-time favorite comedy movies, though.
I've never watched that one.
Dude, you have to watch it. Along Came Polly.
I mean,
it is
I know
on
of it,
HBO
but
Max.
Oh,
Philip
yeah?
Seymour Hoffman has a legendary performance in it as like a washed-up childhood movie.
Man, it's got Philip Seymour Hoffman. I have to watch it, right?
Let It Rain. Yeah, he's hilarious. He's got like a film crew following him around doing a VH1 behind the music style interview thing. But really, he just hired a film crew to follow him around to keep people interested in himself. It's rough. It's rough.
I was gonna watch the finale of WandaVision last night, but I don't have my phone. You know, well, I didn't have my phone, so I didn't have any way to Chromecast anything. So I had to pull it up on the Fire Stick, and the Disney app won't load anything, so I didn't get to watch it.
Why are Fire Sticks so problematic with streaming services? Like my My dad and my
They're not with
stepmom's house.
Amazon Prime. It works flawlessly.
Well, like I said, they use Amazon. Oh, you're talking about just the Amazon Prime app, the
Yeah,
streaming
I mean,
service?
most of them are fine.
Right.
HBO Max, it wasn't on the Fire Stick for a while after, like, almost a year or something after HBO Max launched. Like, they just added HBO Max to the Fire Stick in December. So however long
That's
that took.
ridiculous.
But it does work well. Whereas the Disney Plus app has been on the Fire Stick since day one, and I've never been able to get it to work. So
I wonder what's the deal with
I'm
that.
not fond of the Wi-Fi strength either on the Fire Stick.
Fire Stick, what's that about? Like I just hear a lot of horror stories.
Yeah, I mean, other than Disney Plus, I really haven't had any problems with it. I'm not really like into the Amazon ecosystem. So for me, I like it better whenever I have the Chromecast and I can control things from my phone because I know how my phone works and it's easy to control,
Yeah.
Like everything, like your TV and your Fire Stick and everything, it's all different with their remotes and everything. It doesn't matter what TV I'm on, my Chromecast is always the same because it's just my phone.
Jimmy, this is definitely a DC centric channel. I read from every publisher, and I'll talk a good indie book and Hulk all day long. But yeah, there's more DC going on for me than anything else. And the final pickup for this week was Rorschach from Jorge Fornes artwork and Tom King writing, which I hope that Ryan goes back and reads this when it gets about halfway. I think you would like it. It's a thinker.
Yeah, I'm interested in that one, but I kind of missed the boat on it at this point, so we'll see. Maybe
Jonathan
I'll catch up.
said the same thing about the Fire Stick signal.
Yeah.
Scuba Steve, yeah, that was good stuff. What is going on, Wheelchair Superhero 87? Got a Fire Stick 2 Christmases ago and still haven't used it. So there's not a lot of Amazon Fire Stick love. And I guess that's because
You know
they have
who
an
loves
inferior
them?
product.
People like my wife that have an iPhone and they take enough pictures that they're just like always out of storage and they keep paying Apple for more storage, but they still don't have any storage. And so they pay for more Apple storage and they still don't have any storage. And so she's like, I don't want all these apps that, could go on the Fire Stick. That's the only reason we have it. Because she won't give up her stupid iPhone and all their overpriced gadgetry.
Dude, you know what a local guide is on Google, right? Like if you're willing to like put in informational data about what time businesses open and close that you frequent and stuff like that, they give you points. And part of the rewards, like I saw that they give away storage space. Well, I'm like, dude, hey.
Yeah. I also use the Google Opinion Rewards, and I just stack cash on that. And so I just have I'll rent movies and stuff from YouTube, with it for family movie night. I'll just rent one off YouTube, and all it cost me was my opinion on a couple places I visited.
And anybody that has watched Ryan on YouTube knows that he is rich with opinion.
That's true. Yeah, they're probably asking somebody.
They didn't know what they were getting themselves into. Like, God, do you have this much money to give away?
Oh my God.
I'm the same way.
My parents, when they ask about their technology, like, well, you could do this or this, but this is, they're like, we don't even know what you're saying anymore. Man, that
Jason David Frank.
Pretty nice.
That's a New Dawn number
out
1.
Of the way.
That's that Galindo variant. That's really cool. It reminds me of the Hasbro figure, except he's in the Evo 1 suit, which I like better than the Evo 3. It's got more green on it.
Do y'all watch Disney Plus on them? Gary Woods and Small Town Collectibles?
Well, I know that Jimmy's kids are a little
I've also
bit older.
used money for that, Jonathan. Yeah, that's the only app I've ever had problems with. Disney Plus, it just won't load if you don't have a strong enough signal or something. And it makes no sense. I don't have a very large house. I have a brand new router and switch, and I have multiple Wi-Fi boosters set up in my house. I got 3 of them in my tiny little house. So there's no reason it doesn't have strong enough Wi-Fi to work right.
And that 1 in 25 Frederici. So far, that's my cover of the week. I don't think I have a big Wednesday coming. Reminds me of the Conan cover, where he's kind of sitting back, just
Yeah.
he watches it, no issues.
Yeah.
They're just punishing you.
Yeah, could just be me. Oh well, I don't ever use it anyway, other than like now because my phone went out.
What do
My
you?
phone went out, right? My screen went out, and for some reason, you know how like if you hold the power button, right, it's supposed to shut off, right? It
It's
won't.
supposed to pop up the options to let you shut it off.
But it's also got a default in there where if you hold it for long enough, the phone shuts off no matter what,
Oh,
right?
okay. I didn't know. I thought that's how you like hard reset a phone or something.
Yeah, yeah. It's basically a hard reset. It says like we're gonna bypass all the everything. You
Mm,
need to restart, just like a computer. They have a dead switch on them, right?
yeah,
So you hold it for 30 seconds, it automatically restarts, even if it's frozen up or anything. Phones are supposed to be the same way, except for not this one apparently.
it's
So like I
past
can't,
dead.
yeah, I
You're
can't get
past
it to
dead.
turn off, right? So this morning my alarms start going off. I can't use the screen, so I can't turn the alarms off. So after they ring for so long, they stop and just like snooze, and then like 5 minutes later they go off. So now my phone is like out in my car, so I can't hear it.
I
Because
bet you
after
had a
so
full
long, I was just
battery.
like losing my mind.
Did you have a full battery when the screen went out?
Pretty much, yeah, like 89%. And it's a Note 9, so the battery life is pretty stupendous. It's probably out there right now going off.
Someone's gonna steal your phone. They're gonna be walking by, hear it happening, look around.
Right now, it's pretty worthless, so take it, please. In the middle of the night, everybody was sending me messages. I couldn't turn off notifications or anything. It was on the table.
That
Like
sucks.
stupid group
Did
chat.
you just sleep with your Chromebook last night?
No.
I bet you did. You say no, but I bet you.
No, I did not.
Oh
I might
wow.
tonight though, if they
Yeah.
can't give me one. We had Sprint and they got bought out by T-Mobile. So I went to the T-Mobile store last night and the guy's like trying to help me, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, we don't have any phones for Sprint." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, all of our phones are for T-Mobile." And I was like, "But y'all bought us, so like what's the plan there?" And he's like, "Oh well, they're gonna have to change all the phones over." I was like, "Great, well just give me a new phone for T-Mobile and move my number over." Like I don't understand the issue there. And he's like, "Oh no, you'll have to come back tomorrow." I was like, "I'm trying to buy a phone right now. Like, do commissions not count or something?" Like, I've never heard a
That's
salesman
crap.
so desperate to get rid of me without selling something.
Without selling you something.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of Steve. He went to go buy some Vans and they had a buy one get one sale or something, but on select shoes, and they didn't have them in his size. And he asked the girl, like, "Are there anything you can do for me in my size?" And she goes, "Are these the shoes you want?" And he goes, "Yeah." She goes, "Let's talk about it at the register." I'm like, "Dude, she knew she was selling you shoes. That was it. You don't have a conversation at the register." That's awesome.
At the point of sale.
Yeah, the point of sale.
There's a reason they call it that.
Oh, that's funny. Appreciate that, Dale. Yeah, that channel link I just dropped in the comment. His name's Comicade. He's a newer to the hobby, newer to YouTube, but he's putting out some really cool content. Like he's like breaking down like comics that have been forgotten over the years, and he puts out some funny content as well as just your haul videos and stuff like that. And the kid is a genius. Like he is a creative genius, and I'm excited to see.
Nice. Did I lose you, or did we lose you, or did you lose us? Who was frozen here? Is it me or Mark? Oh,
You there?
did Mark just out of his own stream? Oh, hey, hi.
I dropped myself out because it froze up on my end.
Okay, well now your audio's off. You look like an old kung fu movie.
Godzilla.
I
Is it still off?
can't even tell. No, I
All
think you're
right.
back.
It happens. But anyways, that channel I dropped, awesome guy. Like I said, super creative, super hilarious. And I would definitely want to be at the ground floor of what he's got going on, because if he keeps up in the direction he's going to do some amazing things. He really is.
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
Yeah,
Mark.
he's still pretty new to the hobby, but like his creative genius is there. He just needs to keep developing it.
Yes.
Like flaming hot Cheetos. I don't know why anybody would want to hear about flaming hot Cheetos, but if if you eat elotes, cool hack, you can put flaming hot Cheetos in a blender and turn them into a powder and use that on your elote, and it's pretty awesome. Okay, go. Let me come right back.
Now, what is this food that you speak of?
It's elote. Hang on, I'll be right back.
So I don't know what a lotte is. I don't know what a high tay is, but it sounds delicious. Yeah, there's some major lag there. And while I'm looking at Tyler's comment, everybody in the comment section, if you haven't read We Live yet, make sure you go pick it up. Tyler is one in a long list of people that has finished that book, and like on I guess on our recommendation. You know, a lot of people didn't pick it up at first, but it's one of the best stories that I've read easily in the past year. Easily.
Oh, okay. Now that I'm back, elote is like roasted corn, and they mix it with like mayonnaise and some butter, and you put like kind of like Parmesan cheese in it, and then you put like chili powder, or you can like grind up uh, flaming hot Cheetos in there, and yeah, elote is kind of a corn. Like they eat it as like a snack. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I haven't never had it.
You'll have to try it. It's pretty amazing.
Send me some. Make a
You can
video
eat
on some. I don't know if y'all saw
and
Ryan's
they
killing
put
it
in
with
like
the
a bowl.
shorts.
Yeah.
Ryan's killing it with the shorts. He just had a bacon wrapped hot dog video. Just do bangers on YouTube Shorts, and he's planning on doing a how many hot dogs can he eat in 59 seconds video in the near future. He's currently
No,
training.
that's Mark. Mark is planning for me to eat hot dogs. I have no plans to eat them like that.
I'll go
But
get
yeah,
some
my hot dog
Morningstar hot
video on
dogs and
YouTube's up
try
to
it.
like 160 views. So explain that one.
Did you see it, Bart? I don't know
All
if
this
you were
great
in here the
comment
whole
content I
time.
put out, and everybody wants to watch my hot dog video.
Boom, there it is, buddy.
Yeah, We Live is amazing. You should watch it, Mr. Burrito.
Hey,
I'm
they
assuming
haven't
that's
watched
Cole.
it. I can't believe that they haven't read it.
Yeah, I mean,
Aren't they bigger?
I know Todd really enjoyed it. I think he finished it out. I don't know about Nick, and I don't think Cole finished more than the first one.
This might sound offensive to the burrito guys. I'm sorry if it does, but which one is which? They're always on the same place on the camera. So who's in the bottom, who's on the right, who's on the left?
I think I'll be backwards to you, but it's Todd is number 1, Cole is number 2, and Nick is number 3.
Okay. Todd's the one that's hung out on Whack Comics a few times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got like the fuller beard. Nick is clean shaven, and Cole sometimes usually has a mustache.
Okay. Sometimes, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, usually. Sometimes he has it, and then he'll unusually cut it off on stream.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think he did it on Whack Comics.
I would have definitely not trade weighted on
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah, that was a. There's potential like major spoilers, like to the whole
After I read
concept
that,
of what the book is. I would have regretted trade waiting and potentially having that book spoiled,
I
which
mean, for
isn't
me,
always the.
just like I was hungry for it. I couldn't wait for like 6 months to get the trade of it. Like I was desperate for the next issue, you know. So
Speaking of hungry guys, Ryan has an insatiable hunger that he's going to try to conquer with hot dog eating contest.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
I've
just
never I've
gonna be
never been
crazy.
hungry enough to want to eat faster than somebody next to me. That's not interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be. You should see if your kids want to compete against you. Seems like a book I'm not
Yeah.
sure I'd be into, but I get how others are. Same with Seven Secrets. Seven Secrets, I was ready to drop. I picked it up because it was Tom Taylor, and I heard a couple of good reviews about the first one, and I wasn't impressed. And I said to myself, "All right, I'm dropping it at number six." And then number six happened, and that's the official start of the book. That is absolutely the official start of the book, which is weird to wait that long to really kick off a book, but it goes off the rails in number six, and I am so excited for number seven. And we live. You'll. That's never been done before,
Yeah.
ever.
It ends. Oh, such a great ending.
That is a cool book. That's my buddy in Belgium's book. He got it from Joel Zar. Got it signed at the Jason David Frank signing. There's a lot of Power Ranger merchandise that comes through this house. A lot that I get, as well as that a buddy in Belgium buys, and I ship over to him. So
So
what
what
do
are
you
you gonna read
what do you
this
plan
week?
on
How what
reading?
order is your DC read?
Oh, dude, Future State's over, so I don't really know. I think I'm just going to go with Superman and then Joker, and then after that, like, it really doesn't matter. Those are the only two that I guess are in like the new DC continuity. The other ones is I don't know how they're going to handle these anthologies, and I normally leave the Black Label stuff till the end because I'm normally the only person I know that reads most of those Black Label books that talk about them. I regretted
Yeah.
doing that with Batman Catwoman because I had you as well as Justin that read it out the gate. And like, have you read it yet? Have you read it yet? I'm like, no, no, no. What is going on, K Titus? How are you, buddy?
Yeah. I
What are you
really like
picking up?
Batcat. I'm gonna get the Batman anthology for sure and check that out and see what all's going on with those characters. Really excited for Homesick Pilots and
What is that about again?
Homesick Pilots is about it's like these orphans. I guess I shouldn't lead with that. They are orphans, but actually they're
Too
like
late
a
now.
they're like high school age students, like maybe just after high school, and they don't really have parents, you know, and they're in like a punk rock band called the Homesick Pilots, and they're basically trying to be as punk rock as possible. So they break into this like haunted house in town or whatever, and everything goes sideways.
Huh.
And there's more to it, but that's enough to like kind of buy you in.
That's next week, isn't
I've
it?
seen that name. I don't know anything about it.
I think that's next week, isn't it? I included it in my new comic book day video, but I don't remember which one I did it in.
Yeah. Who publishes Carmen?
It's Image.
Oh, it's an Image book.
Yeah, that is this week. Yeah, Carmen is this week. Homesick Pilots,
Mm,
Scouts Honor, Nottingham. So there's a lot that's on your list from what I
it's
saw in your
this week.
video. Yeah,
I
Scouts
don't
Honor,
have. Yeah, Scouts Honor is probably the book I'm most excited about this week, and Mighty Morphin, and
Nottingham.
Homesick Pilots. Nottingham, I'm gonna check out. I don't really have any expectations for it. Like I've never really all I know of Robin Hood is basically the Disney movie. So I mean, I like that mythology that they have in there, you know, and I assume it's similar across the board, but I'm not like a big Robin Hood person, so I couldn't tell you if Nottingham's going to be any more better than any of the other stuff. Oh, and Robin Hood Men in Tights, of course.
I love that movie. Dave
Yeah.
Chappelle was hilarious in it. Hey, blinking. I'm sorry, did he say, are you blinking? A toll is a toll and a roll is a roll. If you don't pay no tolls, then we don't eat no rolls. Now, I do believe that an '84 movie was negatively impacted by the director having a story and a script, and Jeff Johns coming in wanting to put ideas into it. I don't think it was his story or script or her story and script, but a crappy amalgam of the two. Black Hammer Visions #2 is going to be a banger. And isn't Jeff Lemire the person who started Black Hammer?
Mm-hmm.
And now Jeff Johns is writing Black Hammer Visions, right?
That I don't know. I personally avoid Jeff Johns. I've never really read much of his work, but what I do know of him is he's very uninterested in getting anything out of the door on time, and I don't know. That's a bad example to be set by somebody so high in power.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, though, when he was hitting, he was hitting. When he gave us Infinite Crisis and Green Lantern Rebirth, and not the DC Rebirth era stuff. I'm talking back in the early 2000s.
No, yeah, like he revamped the whole Green Lantern mythos. He revamped the Shazam mythos. Didn't he also do the Flash mythos and kind of streamline that?
He did the Flash Rebirth where they brought Barry back.
Yeah, like I don't deny his creative talent. I just think it's a really bad example to be set by somebody so high up in the chain of the entire industry. Like he's at the top at DC. Come on now. Like if you can't put something out on time, how could you ever ask anybody else on your team to do so?
You're doing great. You're doing great. They promote you. You're doing great. You're doing more. They promote you. You're doing great. You're doing more. They promote you. You're doing too much. You can't do great anymore. There's got to be like some kind of like shelf to. You can only do so much before your quality is coming down.
Yeah, and there's too many options for that to not be a problem. Like he could write the whole story before they even announce Doomsday Death Clock or whatever, but instead he wants to announce it and then write it as an ongoing, but he also wants to be working in all the film stuff and have his fingers in those pies, and so then he can't finish what he's already promised he's going to write, and so then it's like 2 years for 12 issues. Like that doesn't look good. How can you run DC and expect these writers and artists to meet deadlines whenever they're watching their leader miss every deadline that's set in front of him?
So is that going to be the comic now? Proctor Valley Road? Is that
Proctor Valley Road? Yeah, that's a Matt Kent book apparently.
Is it coming from Bad Idea?
No, this is from. I'm sorry, not Matt Kent. It's Grant Morrison.
Grant Morrison's Green Lantern run just ended today, so it's just going to be a horror book, I'm guessing.
I think so. Yeah.
I haven't heard about that one.
Yeah, I didn't catch it from my list, but then Cole reminded me of it.
I'm ready for
the Boom book.
Ready for it to be over. I didn't get on the Venom hype train, and I've kept up with what was going on through other people. I've underwhelmingly read King in Black. I was impressed with the first issue and Noel showing up in Celestials, and that's about it. It's really the only memorable thing. 5 years from now, when someone says, "Do you remember when Noel hit the scene?" Like, yeah, he showed up in a Celestial, and someone will ask, "And then what?" My answer will be, "I don't know."
I liked King in Black 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 were so hollow and empty. I don't know. It felt like we came in the middle of something and left in the middle of something, and none of it really amounted to anything to me.
Yeah, I
the
think
first
this
2 King in Black books were pretty solid.
I think it was a major victim of hype. Like, it was rightfully hyped. I mean, it had been building for so long. It's hard to deliver on that level of hype.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, like, Donny Cates seems very aware. Like, it's become a thing now. They seem aware of, like, expectations and hype, and so they give it all to you in the first issue, which I think would be an amazing way to do that if you just, like, did all of that and now we can be surprised, except for it seems like they didn't think beyond that, and so we're not getting surprised. Now we're just getting a bunch of boring stuff.
Well, perfect for fans of Paper Girls and Die. Visionary writer Grant Morrison, Alex Child, and Naomi Franquise present a chilling new horror series about the mysterious monsters that haunt Proctor Valley Road and the 4 misfit teenagers who must stop them. And they would have if it wasn't for that mangy mutt. Did you guys read God Country? Kate's killed it on that book, I think. I did not, and I regret not having had it in like my arsenal when I went into crossover, because I know that that last issue was like full of God Country callbacks.
Yeah, it's a really good book. Like, one, I love like the world he created in it. But as somebody that grew up in rural Texas and not too far from Austin, and a lot of the area that he's calling to in that book, like that touched me really good. And then I've had two grandparents that I've lost because of Alzheimer's, and we've had to go through the degradation of their brains and stuff. So for me, like, God Country was just so spot on because it was where I'm from and it dealt with an issue I've dealt with. And so God Country I love for those reasons alone. But it's also pretty cool because there's a talking sword.
Yeah. Is there
If there was
any
any
hero from DC who should they pick in the comic? I don't know if I understand the
like,
context
if
of the
we could
question.
cast one book, what character would it be? That'd be tough.
You mean pick a comic character to make a movie out of?
I guess.
I would just straight up do Death in the Family just to rush Jason Todd to screen. I would even just do like the whole death of him in flashback sequences. I wouldn't even worry about telling that story on screen. Just tell the Red Hood
I
story.
mean, it feels like another origin story, right?
Yeah, you don't need. I think origins work good in
Flashbacks would be
flashbacks.
better. Yeah.
The first Batman movie, like with Michael Keaton, wasn't even in origins. You know what I mean? You don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need it. Everyone knows that there's a Robin. All you have to do is let people know that a Robin has died at the hands of the Joker. You don't. You don't need that.
I don't know. I still want to see static live action. That's what
That'd
I'm
be
waiting
cool.
for. Him and Batman Beyond both. Like, those were my dudes, like, at that right age.
Oh, to have their own title. Ooh.
Still
See, in my
static.
mind, yeah. Well, it just automatically kind of goes to the Bat family because it's kind of so overwhelming in the DC properties right now. But I would like to see Red X just absolutely break out into his own and be an engaging and interesting character to carry his own title and not necessarily keep him attached to the Teen Titans, but find out where he fits into the DC universe and where he kind of settles. And I don't know. I think they have an awesome opportunity with Red X. I hope that they handle it good. Or bring OMAC back. Let OMAC come back and shine in the light for a while. There's all kinds of great characters from the 70s that you don't really see anymore except in little background cameos.
Yeah, it's tough because they're always like making new comics out of old characters.
They've already made that film, Joe. It's called Harry Potter.
That's what I was gonna say about that. Is like something like that would have to be almost like a sub universe. Like, they might could handle like X-Men in that way. They could do like a Harry Potter style film series and separate it from the MCU. But for the most part, something like Strange Academy, I can't see working in a universe that already exists. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Plastic Man needs his own movie.
Dude,
What
that would
about
be
Animal
hilarious.
Man? When is that movie coming out?
They need to make Plastic Man an R-rated comedy movie.
That'd be pretty cool.
It would be. What do you think of Spider-Man's new suit coming up?
Oh, for the third movie?
No, for the book.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's supposed to be getting a new suit, huh? I don't know.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it.
It's intentionally like supposed to be a limited thing, I believe.
I think somebody posted that cover or whatever when that first dropped, but I don't even remember what it looked like at this point.
Like white and blue.
Oh, yeah. It had like gold highlights or silver highlights or something.
Yeah, and weird eyes. And...
Yeah, okay. Now I kind of remember it. It won't last.
No, I don't think it's meant to last, but I know a lot of people are like, oh, Spider-Man's getting a new suit. I got to buy 15 copies. There it is.
Oh, yeah, that suit's not that great.
No, it's not the best.
No.
And now, my buddy
I hate
Brent
to say
pointed
like the
out to
color
me that
scheme
there's
is
a.
messed up,
It
but
is.
it
Look at
is
the
like
like he has headlights. It looks like they're literally illuminated.
yeah.
But he did point out to me that there's a character in the book named Boomerang or something who wears those colors. So maybe it just has to do with working with somebody in the story arc.
Mm. I don't know. It's the same thing as Batman. Like they're constantly giving him new suits and gadgets and everything else, and it all just kind of comes and goes. So who cares?
Yeah. There's only been like man, he's had countless suits, and I can't think of how many are actually like from a spec standpoint. Like you have the symbiote suit, which is really like your big suit, you know.
Yeah,
But other than that, I can't think of any of them that really kind of command any kind of money or rarity.
yeah.
Now, if Louis
Animal
says it
Man and
flows, it
Swamp
blues.
Thing.
Yeah. Now they did really good with on the TV show, like really good.
I still want to watch that.
I'm old enough to remember Spidey's armor, the black and silver armor. I've got that book. That was a gimmick cover too. I love it. I got it when I was a kid. It's thrashed. And Gary can puke a better looking suit than that. What's going on, PJ? Yeah. Well, I think I'm about to hop off here. It's been 51 minutes. I appreciate everyone hanging out. Hey, oh, yeah, the
nice.
giveaway announcements. I forgot about that. These things will be given away tomorrow live on the channel. As you can see, there's all kinds of prizes. And if you are able to make the live giveaway, you have more opportunities to win things because, yeah, that's just the way I'm playing it. And you don't have to be there in the live to have a chance to win something because I will make the grand prize winnable for everybody, whether you're there or not. But the bonus prizes and other stuff is going to people who are live in the chat. I'm going to be going live around 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, so set those notification bells. And yeah, let everybody know what's going down or don't. Either way, the more people you tell, the lower your chances get. So do not share it if you don't want to. I understand. Doesn't hurt my feelings. So appreciate everybody who can make it. We appreciate everyone stopping by. Thank you, Ryan, for hopping on with me. And I'll let you know how Joker goes. I might read that first just to go dark before I read Superman. I want to prime myself for the best. I'm just going to start with Superman. I've just been waiting on it the longest. It's my pick of the week. I'm so indecisive. Yeah, so
Right.
I'm about to attempt to read that now with the kids running around crazy. Should work just fine. But again, thanks everybody for popping in. We'll see you guys tomorrow night on the live. And as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.